Greetings and salutations. It's your boy, Wings of Redemption, and I'm back with another audio commentary here for the game Battlefield 6. I think this is actually number 2, and Season 1 just dropped, and with Season 1, you got a couple new features. You got a weapon rebalancing patch, and you got 2 new maps. You got Blackwell Fields, which is the main multiplayer map, and then you got Fort Landon, which is like the Firestorm map, or what's it called, Red Sec or something like that. But I'm making this video strictly to kind of like show people a insight or glimpse of how to play Blackwell Fields. I had a lot of trouble with this map to start with, mainly because I felt like it was all tanks and snipers. And one of the things that I did wrong in this game was when I first started playing the map, was that I wanted to play it like I wanted to play every other map that was in the game. And this one's a little different. This is what you would call a tank map. So much so, I feel like this map was designed to show off this machine right here. This is called the Traverse SV. It's an Mrap. It's what it is in every other Battlefield game. It's a heavily armored troop transport. It has a light machine gun on the top of it, and it has 2 light machine guns on the side. And the only thing that could really hurt it is a blowtorch, explosive device, landmine, or another vehicle, like a tank or a Bradley or something of that nature. And I wanted to make this video to kind of like show off some tactics that you can do with the Mrap, and to show you how the map kind of moves and flows. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm gonna put a series of clips together showing the power of the Mrap and showing how to actually maneuver this particular map. So what do I mean when I say remove with this particular map? Well, this map has a bevy of hills. It's basically 2 lines with a hill that kind of separates in between. So like every map is kind of in a fishbowl. So like you're pretty much at the mercy of somebody sitting on a hill anywhere that you look. So you got to kind of take advantage of it, because you're going to find a lot of tanks. You're going to find a lot of snipers that want to basically sit on the edge of the hill and kind of like slink back on behind the hill every time you hit them, snipe them, or do whatever you need to do to the enemy. So like I'm going to show you how to stealthily you get around this with the SMG class. We're also going to touch on the sniping in this map, because since this map was designed more for the Mrap, or the armored transport carrier truck, which I'm showing off right here, you'll find a lot of advantages they wanted to give the Mrap also benefit the recon class. So let's go ahead and talk about taking the C flag here. I spawned in on the A flag. I'm driving up. I've actually took the A flag in this clip. Spawned it from my base. I'm letting my guys just drive around and kill the infantry. That's what this truck is actually do, is anti-infantry. You kind of want to avoid the tanks. You can't do anything to them. So I'm putting myself on this hill like a sniper would and looking down. And so this allows me to be a mobile beacon. So like blue squads can actually jump onto my truck. They can spawn on my truck and go there and go right to the flag. I can be a mobile spawn point. I have mobile command. Actually, I have integrated med bay on in this particular clip. But here I'm putting my truck to the side, so I have 2 machine guns that look at sea. I feel like there's enough blueberries on the flag. That's what I call randos, blueberries. That I can go down there and get the C flag itself. You can do integrated med bay, so basically anybody that's around your truck will get a passive heal and make themselves heal faster. You can do a faster flag capture, or you can do a perk that lets you see more people. Because every time you shoot somebody with this truck, it does a 3D spot on them. You'll notice it in. I'll point it out in a clip going forward. Like here we are, same clip. All I did was cut out a repair. So we're moving over and taking E. And this is kind of shows you how like you can just force your way into it. As long as you avoid the enemy tanks, you can pretty much do what you want to do, and you just keep it up. And the reason you want to keep it up is you are a mobile spawn point, and you have huge infantry killing capabilities. That's the only thing that can hurt you as an engineer. And this truck can take like 2 or 3 RPGs. I don't particularly know what the weaknesses of it right off the top of my head, but it tends to take 2 or 3 RPGs to actually take this thing out. If you get a repair guy or a couple repair guys, you can just keep this thing up unless the entire enemy team turns around on you. So like there's a couple methods you can use or utilize to make sure that this truck just stays up. Keeping it on the top of a hill, and as long as you're the driver and you have another person shooting, you can very easily just back up behind the hill and when you get overwhelmed. Or if you're doing what I do in a couple clips where I like the driver and the gunner at the same time, just put it at the crest of a hill, and sometimes a rock would actually knock you back off the hill, or you're just gonna have to abandon it. Like you get 4 or 5 kills and then abandon it. So let's go and go into here. This clip's a little out of order, but this is gonna go in and show like stealth utilization. And this can work on pretty much any map. Different maps play differently, but this game is very stealth centric. So like this is me initiating A. If you ever want to run with your knife out, your knife makes you like 10 to 15% faster than you normally would be. This helps you avoid getting sniped. It helps you avoid getting in and out of cover. That 10% means a lot. Generally, when you're infiltrating stuff like this, you want to realize that when you're getting hit or people are seeing you, you're probably getting spotted, and those people are probably going to come back. Generally, people are creatures of habit. When I mean that they're creatures of habit, if they see where you're at, they're going to go right back to you. They're generally going to throw like a stun grenade or frag grenade or something, and they'll go right back to the same spot you killed them at. As long as you keep moving, you should be fine. Like I failed to kill this guy right here, but I moved. Right? Just move, keep cover between you. This game has loads of cover, and it's all by design. So here is this guy. Now we've actually just captured the A flag. It's a pretty good infiltration of the A flag. You could probably utilize this multiple times. Try to avoid, whenever possible, hitting an enemy head on. I tend to find that if you hit people head on, you get overwhelmed. Because most people run in squads of 4, and the game plays in squads of 4. Oh, this is me killing a tank. By the way, if you don't know this, tank's weaknesses is at the back end of it. It does 700 some damage. Tanks have like 1,000 health. So 2 rockets on the back end of a tank generally will disable it and blow it up with 2 RPGs. But that's here nor there. Make sure that you pick your teammates up because you want them to pick you up. So at this point, I know that the enemy headquarters is right above me, so I'm trying to keep a low profile here. I'm actually crouch running and just trying to pick enemies off as they come out. There's a tank over here. I don't want the tank to know I'm here. I'm actually looking at the mini-map for the 3D spots, and oh, this guy's just terrible. And this guy was trying to revive him as soon as he died. That's why you just shouldn't run in blindly to revive people. So like I should have died twice there, but I didn't. I see a 3D spot to the guy on my right. So I'm like, all right, let's go for him. And I think I go over here and I'm going to stab him. So like this is how you get free dog tags right here. But let's slip over. Back to an Mrap clip. So like this is an Mrap clip. I had to mute this clip mainly because I had teammates talking in the background. I didn't want it to like bleed through in the video itself. So there's gonna be no game sound. But generally, this is an opening route I took for the Mrap, and I took a little bit of a risk because I had the heavy tank come this way. So since I had the heavy tank, I'm gonna push up and be more aggressive. Generally, if you get tank backup, you can push up behind the tank and just be that mobile spawn point, and you can also just jump on the guns. Since I don't have anybody coming with me in the truck. Watch all the kills that I get right here. All right, I see that there's no tanks right now on the left because generally tanks will come to the left right here. So I pop it up here. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get up. I'm just gonna be a mobile spawn point. Hop up on the gun, and you're gonna see a lot of people come over at this edge right here, and you can just start picking them off. You're gonna see some enemies hit me with some grenades and stuff here as well. Grenades, launchers.
Oh, okay.
And it's very this thing's very stout. I feel like the entire map was designed around utilizing the Mrap, and I think people struggle with the flow of it because it's so much different than everything else in Battlefield 6 up to this point. This is season 1, so if you're watching this video a year from now, almost all the maps are either meat grinders or very small or Operation Firestorm. So there wasn't very many vehicle-centric maps, and this is really the first vehicle-centric map they put out. And I honestly believe this Mrap was the reason that they designed the map out is. They wanted to showcase the power of the new vehicle and get people to using it. And this thing is an anti-infantry monster. Like, I get 14 kills in the first 2 minutes here in the game. But just sitting here, you know, the tank's on fire now. Time to get out. But like that's after look how many people. Right, if you have blueberries walking with you, so all these people coming in carrying tanks, they're just going to struggle. They're going to get shot with their rocket launcher out. They're going to try to repair each other. Like, this is going to basically win you games. We already have a 100 ticket advantage because a heavy tank pushed up with me, and I dropped 10 players, and I held all these guys off. And this is going to be a segue into our sniping section of the map. So let's go and talk about what you should do. Like, you generally, if you're going to be stealthy, you want to run cover to cover. You don't want to run long lines of sight. You want to go in and out over and over again, and you want to keep it low profile as possible. There's a thing in gunfighting, or at least Wild Western gunfighting, called blading. And blading means that you want to keep most of your vital organs as small as humanly possible, so you want to stand to the side. Think about that when you're actually utilizing the maps or trying to traverse this map as it is. You want to keep your player profile low to the ground. You want to go prone. You want to push up. You don't want to be a lone wolf, right? And this is a Battlefield staple. You don't want a lone wolf. You want to work with the blueberries. Like if you want a lone wolf here, like I'm doing right now, that's not Recon's the class for you. But even then, Recon has its ups and downs. This is just kind of showing off the fishbowl effect, because almost every map, there's a hill looking down into it, either on the edge of the map or the side of the map. I'm standing in the middle of the map right here. The enemy team has D, and I'm just picking them off. We have complete control of the map. You see, we're putting about like 600 tickets. So when you get put in this position, there's really not much for you can do. Hopefully this taught you something. Use the Mrap. You could take a lot of the things that you can do with the Mrap, you could do with the Bradley or the heavy tank, but the Mrap's a lot faster. You get a lot more support a lot more often, and you can get around the map and just capture flags. It's very, very good for like basically flanking or capturing that off flag, or supporting a heavy tank by being an anti-infantry death machine. Because if you get 2 or 3 machine guns going at the same time and you got competent gunners, you're going to very easily win over and over again. I was played probably 3 hours by myself, and I won 80% of my games. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please leave a like.